Hello there, tumbleweeds. This is Mario Kaiba, and I am here to bring you a method for Xenoverse 2 Lite version players how to get Potential Unleashed. Yeah, there's some people that say it's possible, but there's no online guides or hints about it. They just expect everybody to know, oh, just do your tests, yada yada, get the God rank, Z rank, all the previous tests, including that one, then you unlock Super Rank, and beating that will get you Potential Unleashed. But there's an issue. No somewhat visual guide on how to do it. Well, that, my friends, is where I, Mario Kaiba, step in. Now, first, let's load up Xenoverse 2 Lite version. Yeah, I know. I should have had it properly loaded already, but I wanted to show you guys me entering and proving that this is the Lite version, not frickin' some crap done on the actual game. And also, I'm going to address a so-called limitation when it comes to Dragon Ball wishes. And I forgot how loud this is.
Attention, all
Yeah, but essentially I have sound turned off in the game itself. And this was the character I did it on. And it's still connecting. Alright, let's go. And yes, you can get artwork on the Lite version. This is a default one in the artwork settings. You can buy more artworks from the TP Metal Shop, but that's the Lite version. You can't do events on the Lite version, sadly. Oh yeah, I do got all the Dragon Balls right now. But, and a gift from the time space thing. But anyway, as you can see where my mouse is, level 50 to next level 0. I'll even undo the watermark to show you again. Level 50, can't advance any higher, so this is definitely the Lite version. The event's not going on right now. That's odd. But I was going to use it to show you that you cannot join events in the Lite version.
Hi.
Okay, I should be connected to the Xenoverse server, though, as this is Lite. Who cares? Yeah. Ooh, picked up Turtle Hermit stuff. Is it another shell? Yeah, I'm guessing I picked up another shell. Anyway, first thing I want to show you. The wishes you can make in Xenoverse 2 Lite. And you had to get all 7 Dragon Balls this time because my earlier recording failed. I had to do that, create a new character, do a fight the Time Patroller after the first mission things a few times. Well, 7. You can grind Dragon Balls the legit way, but I decided to cheese it.
Come, say your wish.
Alright.
I'll give you one wish. Ask for anything.
Okay, Shinron, you quit interrupting me. Yes, you do get the ability to do this wish, however, you can't unlock the ability unless you have the full game, because all the other instructors you need to have full friendship with, shut up, Shinron,
Hurry up.
are not able to be freaking used in Lite, because you can't get past Galactic Emperor. But I'm going to use I Want to Dress Up.
I just have a very easy wish.
Also, you can't do the Guru's House defense stuff. Ooh, gold battlesuit. Last time I got crystal, which is the usual first time. But anyway, you can't do the Namek defense missions on Lite. Also, all... Shenron. Also, all frickin' race-specific transformations are locked in Lite. So you can only get Kaioken, which is Parallel Quest 8 reward, or you... And you can get... Yeah. And you can get Potential Unleashed. But quick look at my game data real quick. Play data. As you can see, I did lessons getting no less than S from every instructor. Well, okay, Ginyu I had 1A, but that one's hard to get past. And I didn't do that one for Vegeta because you have to pass the God class test to do his final one. But you saw Much Super, and you can see I Z-ranked everyone but Super and got the Potential Unleashed, because you just have to pass it to get it. Score doesn't matter as long as you don't fail. Now, for those wondering how I got the Captain Ginyu, once again, Guru's house being mentioned. See the pillar next to the transfer clerk? You have to jump up here. Jump up here. See where he was? Okay. Get your vehicle out. And book it. Because you can't do this without a vehicle. But that's how you get the Captain Ginyu. And no, jumping off does not make the Doria try to go after you. But why that specific height in the pillar? Well, I'll show you what happens if you try to jump. From the gate. Well, okay, you can make it, just prefer to do the pillar. But anyway, back to Patroller Academy, because I should have did the Guru's House thing first. A little bit of advice and stuff. Unless you know QQ bangs and how to actually get them good in Xenoverse, which Lite, which I didn't even try. I just wore the Time Patrol logo suit that you can get from the TP Metal Shop. And Amy's Battlesuit gloves. However, recommendation, either gold or crystal battlesuit fully. Reason being is the bonus to everything but strike supers. And I used Sanzar Warrior Race. Your Super Soul isn't really too necessary in Light. However, that one's like the better ones you can get, as you cannot get I'm neither Kami or Piccolo anymore. And this was my skill set. I know, 2 strike supers despite doing that. Well, Meteor Crash is all around a good one. And Arm Crash, which you can get from Nappa as your instructor, can disrupt supers, which you'll need for Go Tanks. I also have Dodo and Ray. At the time, I had only full charge, so I'm just going to put full power charge on. I used Giant Storm. I actually used, well, Explosive Assault at the time, but it turns out Light players also have access to Emperor's Death Beam. Don't sure about the Super Soul that goes with it, and at the time, I had Kaioken as my transformation. As for my attributes, those are kind of all over the place. Preferably, yes to strike supers, and possibly yes to key in Light if you're trying to pass this. Now I'm going to redo God class to show you how to pass it. And most of this will be sped up. Okay, with Hercule, it's better just to try to Giant Storm him to death. But this will be sped up after this. Good Tanks is the hardest fight. And the real reason you're going to need Arm Crash, trust me. Of course, that's just how you pass it. Z ranking is another story. However, that is the most difficult fight, and trust me, Z ranking it is not easy. Because when I did it, I had a lot more health in the end, and I definitely was transformed like that. Oh, shut up, Supreme Kai. Or Elder Kai. Damn it. But yeah, as I was saying, be sure to do your tests to get the God rank. Try to Z rank all of them But God rank's the most important one to freaking at least pass because it gives you maximum charge if you're a charger like I am. And try to get as good of a score as you can with your instructors. Repeating tests to try to get a higher score is a good option because, well, even if you get the same score, you still get points towards your training level right here. Another method is to do these. Doing these will also count towards your total training level. And, while I know Dual Ultimate Attack Tutorial and a few of these are definitely easy to Z rank, which will count towards your overall thing to get to your training level. But do your tests, then Z rank all of them, and then voila, you get the long sought after, really important Potential Unleashed. Now, the main part you're probably asking would be, why do I need Potential Unleashed? Well, as I mentioned earlier, all the race-specific transformations are kind of locked but under the full game, so you can't get them in the Lite version. So you want those, you have to get the Lite version. And Kaioken builds are not viable in Lite despite being able to get it through Parallel Quest 8. However, I'm going to redo this one as a quick example of how useful Potential Unleashed is. So I'll use my character I did for this. My customized partner. And yes, you do get characters from wishes. So I'm going to have a Woken hit as my other companion for this.
Who's my target?
Now, it wouldn't be a complete video if I didn't say the ups and downs of Potential Unleashed.
Let's get to it. Time for some fun. All right. Playtime is over. I'll show you what I'm really made.
And I forgot to switch back to maximum charge.
Damn it! I can't keep up in this battle. Damn
The
it!
downside is you need at least 5 bars of ki to activate it. And unlike Super Saiyan, it doesn't give you Z vanishes.
Come on, let's go.
However, it does give you a power-up in the fastest ki charging of all.
Vegeta, let me handle this. I'll wrap this.
Dang it, Nappa.
Do as you please. What power? This keeps up. Now then, who is it going to be? I'm gonna enjoy every moment of this.
See, I am getting this speed with full power charge.
Get a hold of yourself.
Not even using maximum right now.
I trained so much and still. Damn it! You've done it now. You don't seem to know how. Don't underestimate Earth. Even if you're a nanny, by yourself, you
Yeah,
might
look
well
at it.
be up
It's almost charging at the regular thing of maximum charge with just full power. And don't compare it with the other charges, because this is a video on the Lite version.
Where's that power coming from? Now we're talking. This is starting to get interesting. Run, Gohan.
As for Giant Storm, you get that from the skill store.
You have the blood of a Saiyan too. I have a feeling that this is gonna be interesting.
I won't lose to you.
And Dimper's Death Beam is almost always available at TP Metal Shop. You almost get this. You get similar bonuses, I think, but it's not nowhere as strong as the Super Saiyan forms and Potential Unleashed. But to make up for it, any race can use it instead of their racial transformations. Also had Dodon Ray because it takes no key and it's good for a quick stun. Like, look. Dang it. Now you transform.
I guess I've got no choice. I know it's dangerous,
Let's see how
but it's better than me
fast my full power charge is.
I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to triple my Kaioken. Body, don't let me down. Kaioken times 3!
And there's no penalties to Potential Unleashed other than slightly lower stamina regen. But you do have to somehow get Goku up to that stage of using Kaioken times 3.
Warrior?
But yeah, Kaioken is not useful compared to Potential Unleashed, at least. And it's hard to make a Kaioken build in the Lite version. Now when you get the full game, that's another story.
People of Kanton City.
Oh,
have you
God,
been
no,
to
no, no, I do
Xenoverse
not like to
yet?
listen to Monica Rial.
There you can enjoy exclusive figure battles using the
Even muting it for you guys makes it unbearable for me. I'm going up here because it's more comfy. Potential Unleashed. It's pretty good. All races can learn it, not just one or two. It's a lot better than freaking Power Pole for humans. The only transformations that actually outdo it are actually most of the forms of Super Saiyan. For the reason that this you need 500 ki to use. Meaning if you start a new character, yeah, you can equip it, but you can't use it right off the bat until you increase their ki enough. Now in the full game, the Super Saiyan forms do leave Potential Unleashed to be less desired. Personally, I prefer to use it on a human character because humans naturally regenerate ki, and that boosts the ki regeneration to it from what I can tell. Most transformations take 300. Kaioken only takes 100 for the first stage, but... And again, that will freaking strain your stamina like crazy, and... Well... The third stage will. The first stage doesn't do it so much, but each stage you'll get more increased damage intake. So unless you do a freaking low damage build meant for Kaioken... Well, okay, low health meant for Kaioken... I don't recommend it. However, it's good for getting Potential Unleashed because you can transform right before you do the final attack to get the transform finish in your overall score. Like turning golden for the Frieza race in both Super Saiyan and Super Vegeta outperform Potential Unleashed in some ways. But things they don't do is increase your ki charge. Like when you hit an opponent, you charge ki. You get hit, you charge ki. Potential Unleash increases the ki you get from that, as well as using a charge like you saw me use. It was making full power charge look like maximum charge. Which, by the way, you end up getting maximum charge for you get Potential Unleashed anyway. And once you learn something, it's available across your profile to all your other characters. Unless it's a very specific attack, which most of those you can't even get in Lite. Emperor's Death Beam's a good one to have. However, I'd usually try to save that for the last opponent if I have enough ki to use it. Giant Storm does immense damage the higher your level is, and since this is more of an armor set for Ki Blaster builds instead of... Well, okay. I'm not sure if we call it Ki Blaster build, but it's much more meant for doing Ki Supers and Strike Supers. I only have Arm Crash in there to disrupt the enemy's super. Meteor Crash, that's a staple to always have that's good, even if you have a lowered Strike Super like I do. Dodon Ray takes no ki. It does a little bit of damage, but sometimes it will stun an enemy enough for you to get a punch in. Once you pass Guy Class, you get this beauty, which was very useful. And I chose Super Explosive Wave because I'd rather just frickin' blow my enemies away than escape. And to get this armor, collect all dragons, well, all 7 Dragon Balls, blah, blah. Then you make the wish for clothing, and this is the first one you'll get. Second time will be the golden set. However, you can't get the Turtle Hermit set in Lite because to get clothing wish again, you have to have your potential increased by Guru. And why did I pause like I'm William Shatner? But yeah. My recommendation is this suit, unless you want to try to go for some kind of Striker build with Striker ultimates. Because with the exception of Strike Supers, this will increase all your stats by 2 per piece of clothing. Not to mention, it just looks awesome. But yeah. Going to face cam. And muting my game. But that has been my guide on how to get Potential Unleashed for the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Lite players. Why did I do this guide? Well, reasons. Sorry, I need something to drink. Doing this voice is murder on my throat. Reason number 1, not everybody, and I mean not everyone, can actually afford to get Xenoverse 2, the full edition, unless it's on sale. And it sucks for the Lite players because, well, Lite players for multiple reasons, like the limits. You can only go as high as level 50. To use the frickin' dude who increases your level, he charges TP medals regardless on Lite, where on the regular version he'll just charge Zenny until you get to level 80. You can't do the Guru thing at all to get more wishes. But as you saw, you can unlock the characters from the first 2 wishes you can do. You can get super moves, the crystal and gold battle suits. But wishing Shenron to become a Super Saiyan God? Pointless because 1, Saiyans are locked in the Lite version. You have to get the full game to play as them, or the Frieza race. And 2, the highest point in the story you can get is Galactic Emperor, where you fight Frieza the first. Well, in that final battle when Namek's about ready to explode. Because of that, you can't get all the instructors, and as you saw, 3 of them I can't even get to because you need flight, which you can't do in Lite, despite getting as far as you need to unlock flight in the full game. Now, I got the full game as well, but this was on a different PSN I recorded the footage on. And But I did not want the Lite players to be disillusioned. Yeah, it's probably a better idea to buy the actual Xenoverse 2, especially since you can't get Lite on PC and the Switch version only lasted a few months. Well, it's still available on PS4 and Xbox One. Another sad thing is you can't get any DLCs on Lite. But I wanted to see as far as I can go on the Lite version, because that's what got me into Xenoverse in the first place, was Xenoverse 2 Lite. I was looking through 3 free games one day, I saw that, I was like, what? Started to play it, then I ended up on a quest at a few different game stores, including GameStop, to find the first Xenoverse for PS4. Got that, played through as much as you can on base game, mainly so I could restart my Xenoverse 2 profile and import my character as the Toki City hero. And then later on, I managed to actually get my hands on the regular. Now, pro tip, if you have the first one and you're wanting to go to the second one, get Lite anyway, just so you can get the bonus TP medals. Because you get the bunch you usually get from transferring from 1 to 2 when you transfer a character as the Toki City hero. And you also, it doesn't matter if it's Lite or regular, you get those TP medals, and then when you do it again from Lite to regular Xenoverse 2, you get bonus TP medals. Though, yeah, it's probably a better idea, but when I did this playthrough, I didn't have any Xenoverse 1 save files to use for a Toki City hero. The one that you probably saw is one of the default ones you can choose from the selection. I think her name's Remy, or I forget her name. But all in all, you can get a better transformation than Kaioken on Xenoverse 2 Lite. And hopefully this will help you, until you're able to transition the actual Xenoverse 2, come up with some better builds to fit your own playstyle so you can actually do some PvP in the limited, because unlimited, you're going to get yourself slaughtered on the no limitations PvP, trust me. And not everybody wants to do the earlier parallel quest for some odd reason. They only want to do DLC ones, which, as a base game player of Xenoverse 2, I don't have access to. But this was my video to help you try to get Potential Unleashed. As you saw, I failed the Z-Rank retaking the test that you saw I've Z-Ranked it before. I think it was because I used a bunch of finishers before it actually somehow got the ultimate finisher on Gotenks. In which that fight is usually the hardest one in all of them, because he will try to spam Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, and that one will take out a lot of life if he hits you with the ultimate attack version. Trust me on that. I had to come up a whole night playing him with a strategy to actually defeat him. I even tried getting Freeze Ray from the skill shop, and that didn't help. And he's always almost able to interrupt your ultimates when you do them on him, leaving you with no stamina. But Arm Crash became my best strategy, to the fact that it will break through super armor and deplete the opponent's stamina if they're trying to defend, or blocking, or if they're in the middle of an ultimate, which you can disrupt with it. Not all ultimates can be disrupted by it, though, but thankfully, Gotenks can be. And when you get to the super class test, it's useful against Beerus, because he will try to use his Ball of Destruction, whatever it's called, to hit you, and that will take a lot of health. But hey, this was just a guide meant for the light players. If you're a player of the base game, look to this guide to figure out how to get to the super rank and get the Potential Unleashed. Good for you. Just don't brag about it in the comments section. Anyway, this has been Mario Kaiba. Screwing the rules because I'm a bunny with no money. Peace.